Alright guys, welcome to All in the Family, or as I like to call it, Those Were the Days. Now, we are in episode number 2 of season 2, and the title, if you haven't read it, is pretty interesting. I don't know what you guys have to say on this topic, but we will talk about it afterwards. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Here we go.
Those were the days.
Okay, zoo. That's a double word score, 24 points.
Oh, they're playing Scrabble.
Oh my.
What is it, Mom?
It's just another one of those most unforgettable characters I ever met. This man's writing about a woman who lived in Vermont.
Okay.
Seems to me they all lived in Vermont.
Maybe.
Unforgettable about her, Mom.
Well, she lived in this house for 40 years with a big porch, and it was right where all these roads came together, and everybody stopped and asked her for directions.
Okay.
But why'd the man find her so unforgettable?
Well, she was his grandmother.
Wow. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, same reaction, like, okay.
Zabo! Mike, it's Zabo!
Oh, yeah?
What?
Zabo, a new character.
Hey, Zabo! Hey! Where are you? Hey, well, that's only a few minutes from here. Why don't you come over?
Right. So somebody's coming to visit, and his name is Zabo.
Zabo de Borba, Mike's friend, the artist.
Yeah, he's an old friend of mine from Chicago, Mike.
Oh, he's an artist too, cool.
He started painting a couple of years ago, and now he's like one of the hottest young painters around.
Painter.
Well, hi, Daddy.
Wow. Archie is not happy with that entrance. Not even a word, wow. Okay.
Well, you're home.
Yeah, obviously.
You can tell that, huh, Edith?
Right? Must have had a bad game.
There's the sound of your voice.
Yeah. I mean, and the fact that you're not blind and you can see him.
How'd you bowl tonight, Arch?
I bowled 31 perfect games, a new world's record. That's why I come home feeling so good. Well, you got the heart of a murderer asking me a question.
Wow, okay.
What do you got there, Edith?
The paintings of Zabo de Borba, Mike's old friend from Chicago.
Yeah, we practically grew up together. Hey, he's stopping by for a drink. You'll meet him in a few minutes.
Uh-oh.
Jeez, I can hardly wait.
Aren't you going to look at Zabo's paintings, Mom?
Oh, wait a minute. Give them to me.
Uh-oh. The arch connoisseur of Archie Bunker.
What the hell kind of paintings are these?
They're nudes, Daddy, but they're very abstract.
Okay.
Look, here's one we love. That's called Nude in Limbo, you see? There's her head, and there's the long line of her neck.
So it's like a nude Picasso, basically.
How come he give her 3 of them?
It's an abstract.
That's the way he saw her, Daddy.
Jeez, he must have been bombed out of his skull when he done that.
Bummed is another word for high or drunk, I believe.
Maybe it's a picture of 2 girls and he left something out.
I mean, hey, now she's thinking, you know.
Take it away.
I got a good question for you, Daddy.
Uh-oh.
3 what?
Huh?
You heard me. You looked at the book and you said there's 3 of them, but you didn't say what.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't. Tell me.
Come on.
3 what? Come on, Archie.
Can't say it, can you, Arch? A simple part of the anatomy and it sticks in your throat.
I got no anatomy sticking in my throat.
Your throat is part of your anatomy.
Come on, Daddy. That's just a big cover-up.
Hang up.
Yeah, and you know it. Now look here. What is that?
Leave me alone.
It's art. It's not, like, porn.
Do you hear what she's saying in front of her own father here?
But that's what it is, isn't it? A breast?
She said it again now.
She said it was breast.
Now he's saying it over there.
Well, let's hear you say it just
They
once.
won't say it just once.
Right.
Can you believe that? He can't even say the word.
He has said breast of chicken.
Never. Why?
Wow. Okay, I'll give you that. He's on the ball today.
Then once at Rockaway Beach, he showed me how to do the breaststroke.
I don't think that really counts.
Something I got no respect for a guy that spends his whole life getting cheap thrills out of other people's nudity.
Nudity.
Look at that. With one sentence, he puts away all painters, sculptors, doctors.
Hold it.
Right.
Yeah, meathead. Don't say nothing about doctors, because that's a whole other thing. The most beautiful woman in the world can walk into a doctor's office and get herself undressed. It don't mean a thing. He don't even take any notice of the good parts.
Okay.
Oh, I bet that's Zavo.
Yeah.
I mean, that's common professionalism, you know.
Yes, Gloria.
He looks like Bob Ross. Like a really young Bob Ross, but I know it's not him.
Hey, I got some champagne.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I was out launching the battleship and I missed.
Zabo. Zabo what?
De Borba.
He's a gypsy.
I figured.
He's a Hungarian.
Same thing.
Hungarian, okay.
That guy was born in an empty store as sure as I'm standing here.
An empty store? What?
He's alone out there with your wife, and I wouldn't trust him from here to here.
Zabo's one of my oldest friends.
You mean oldest friends? What's all the hugging and kissing with Gloria here?
It's just two friends saying hello. What's the big deal?
Right.
The most casual acquaintances kissed today.
Sure.
Do it all the time on TV. Merv Griffin and Johnny Carson.
Right.
Merv Griffin and Johnny Carson don't kiss each other.
That's right. They're on different channels.
Right.
It's Jerry Lewis that kisses Johnny Carson.
That's Jerry Lewis, come on.
A Hungarian is a guy that can follow you into a revolving door and come out ahead of you.
So Archie's not just racist, he's also bigoted, and I know I've said this before, but at least he's even about it. He doesn't even like most white people.
I see by that brochure there that you like painting people without their clothes on, in other words, in the nude.
No, not everybody.
Right.
For instance, you, I'd never paint you in the nude. I mean, you wouldn't be you without your clothes on.
Okay.
What do you, Mrs. Bunker?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
I mean, she's probably seen, well, she's definitely seen him naked.
Your daughter is something else. Because I see Gloria free, uninhibited.
Okay.
Hey. Gloria, would you?
But I what?
Now, I've got just 3 weeks. If we start tomorrow...
Zabo, you mean you want to do Gloria?
Yeah!
Uh-oh.
For the show?
Yeah!
Oh, that's fantastic! Mom and Daddy, can you believe it?
Well, at least she's into it, you know. She's comfortable with it.
Gloria spending 3 weeks with this guy naked?
Why not? Why not, Archie? I'm thrilled. Zabo's my oldest friend.
So Jim McNabb is our oldest friend. Suppose I put your mother-in-law up in front of Jim McNabb without her clothes on.
Oh, Archie.
Oh, wow. Yeah, but that's a different story. He's not an artist.
I don't know what you're so uptight about. The human body, the pure form, it's art. It's part of life.
So is throwing up, but I don't want to look at it.
One of the most talented new painters around today flatters me by offering to paint me, and
Right.
you make it sound so nasty.
Fair.
Zabo, I'll make you that
Well,
sandwich.
what else is it then?
She's right, Archie. Dirty is in the eye of the beholder.
Eh.
And stupid is in the head of the Polak.
Wait a second. Don't start talking to me unless you take that back.
Right.
I take it back. Now sit down, you dumb Polak, and let me talk. Now you listen to me.
Wait a second. You listen. If you're going to start in again with that paranoia about Zabo, you can just forget it. Because he is a friend of mine and I trust him.
Right.
That's what Abel was saying when he got it in the back from his own brother with a cane.
His brother was Cain. He got hit by a rock.
This guy is way better looking than you, buddy, which, by the way, ain't so hard to beat.
Just called him ugly. That's funny.
Now, Let me tell you something about men. Men have got certain things.
Right.
Hormones.
Okay.
Women have hormones too.
True.
Theirs don't mean nothing. They put ideas in his head, see? Ideas. And he goes around thinking of these ideas until one day he has to do something about them, see?
Right.
And when that day comes, when he's got to clear his mind, he don't care with who he does it with.
Okay.
I know guys that go after the wife of their best friend.
Oh, come.
Kind of tells you something about his friends.
He's a pixie with a face of a doll and a body of a woman.
Right. I mean, she is kind of a woman, you know. And he does abstract nude. It's not like he's doing full, like, actual nude. He does abstract, which means he's going to change her a lot. But I don't think that's really the issue, is so much that Archie doesn't like his daughter being around another guy who's not the husband naked. So, you know. It doesn't help that he's a Hungarian.
Edith, today, without fail,
Yeah, Archie?
cut your toenails. Your nails are running up and down my leg. It's like sleeping with a leopard.
Oh, ouch, okay.
Drego anya men surtet otam.
What was that all about?
That's Hungarian for darling mother and beloved papa.
Okay.
She loves posing for Zabo. He talks to her while he's painting, and she loves listening to him.
Right.
Been everywhere, so he tells her about Paris, Rome, Athens,
Okay.
Winnetka.
Winnetka.
That's where he was born.
Oh, okay.
Going out every day for the past 3 weeks to pose naked for this guy who A, ain't her husband, and B, makes her husband look like a pile of inner tubes. Getting a pretty early start these mornings, huh, little girl?
Oh, we have to. Zabo loses the light at 4:30.
What does he need the light for? He's going to give you 6 belly buttons no matter what he sees.
Boy, we have a jog. Gee, we must have done over a mile, huh, Lionel?
Yeah, pretty close, 18 blocks.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's about.
Oh, a couple of weeks ago. Why?
Well, you wouldn't be jogging and wait many personal problems there, would you, Michael?
What do you mean by that?
Actually, it was my idea, Mr. Bunker. I'd been thinking about jogging for months.
Yeah, but you don't have to drag him along. You can do that by yourself.
Right.
Well, let me ask you a question, Mr. Bunker. Now, if you were walking down the street at 7 o'clock in the morning and you saw this black guy all by himself running through this neighborhood, what would you think?
Right. yeah, it's for his own safety. Partially.
I see what you mean there, Lionel. Edith, now this might just be your father's intermission, but I smell a rat.
Intermission.
And you sit there and you have no opinion at all.
Oh, I got an opinion, but you never asked me for it.
Okay.
Well, I'm asking you now, Edith.
Well, I'm not sure you should butt in where angels fear to tread. Only fools rush in where angels...
Edith, if I want a song lyric, I'll turn on the radio.
It's a saying, not a song.
Well, I think you should mind your own business.
I told you she starts getting more opinionated.
I'm going to be at the library till it closes, but then I'm coming right back home.
Well, I'll be home waiting for you, Michael. Zabo says we'll finish before he loses the light, and then...
Remember yesterday when I came into the studio and you were posing?
Right.
How come when you saw me, you jumped up and
put
you...
my robe on.
Yeah, why did you do that?
I don't know, Michael. It's just that Zabo was there looking at me his way, and then you came in looking at me, you know, your way.
Okay, it's fair.
Michael, you haven't been concerned about Zabo and me, have you?
What?
Yeah, he is.
A little upset. That doesn't mean that I am.
Oh, good. I didn't think so anyway, because I can always tell when you're upset. You get that funny little twitch in your left eye. Michael,
Bye.
bye. Have a good day.
Bye.
Dragging me off to a moving picture like that, it was absolutely disgusting.
Well,
I'm sorry, Archie. How was I to know? I thought it was a religious picture, cardinal knowledge.
Oh, oof. Wow, okay.
Not cardinal knowledge, Edith. Carnal. Carnal, that's a whole other thing.
Right. Just a bit, you know.
Hormones are flying all over the screen. You're gonna tell me there are really people like that? Hello? How are you? Zap into the sack?
This was the 70s after all. The MPAA really didn't get kicked in yet.
Went to sleep. Look, Archie, I don't think Gloria's come home yet. I left some food on the stove and I set the place and it ain't been touched.
Okay. They were supposed to go out after dark, so...
Well, here it is 9:30 and she ain't home yet. You got a song lyric for that?
Oh wow, she's really late then.
Gee, you don't have to worry about Gloria. She's our daughter.
Right.
Worried about Gloria, Edith. I'm worried about that honky's hormones. Subject I can't get in with you, Edith, because it's male and it's rough.
Okay.
When it comes to hormones, I wouldn't trust any man in the world as far as I could throw him.
Well, that would include you, Archie.
Right.
No, not necessarily, Edith, because I got my hormones on a leash.
Well, so does she.
Oh, here he comes. Here he comes. Mr. Happiness himself. The meat-headed husband is home, whistling a happy tune.
Right.
Hey, what's with him? It used to be I had to say something before he went nuts. Now all I gotta do is show up.
Right.
He's at the library working on my term paper.
Well, work on this, buddy. It's nearly 10 o'clock and your wife ain't home yet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
Maybe they were cleaning up the studio.
Maybe.
After 3 weeks, it could get pretty messy.
Well? His wife is out every day for 3 weeks, posing naked with some guy, and now she's 5 hours late coming home from that guy, and he sits over there whistling as happy as any bird.
Yeah.
Because his generation trusts, see? They trust all kind of revolutionaries and hippies and queers and what have you. I say you can't put your trust in any person but him. But does he listen to me? Does he believe me? No, because he don't trust me.
How can he? You ain't God.
You just circled back on your own point.
Okay, Archie, so Gloria's late, 5 hours late. You think I'm not worried? Of course I'm worried. But I'm worried about Gloria's welfare. A lot can happen in 5 hours.
Right.
You've been spending the last 30 years checking under every bed for a communist and going around thinking that you are better and holier than they are with your stinking Puritan ethic, and what have you got to show for it?
A wife who's home at 10 o'clock, buddy.
And the fear and the mistrust of the whole rest of the world. Well, you can live with that fear, Archie, and you can live with that mistrust. I don't want to have any part of it. You hear what I'm saying? I don't want any part of it.
And yet you're calling the dude.
Zabo, what the hell are you doing with my wife? Zabo, I want to know what Gloria's doing there at this late hour, and don't tell me you're painting her by starlight.
Right.
Look, I have had this on my mind for a long time now, Zabo, and now that it's out in the open...
She's upstairs.
Gloria! Bye there, Zabo.
Just kidding.
When did you get home?
About 6 o'clock. I was so tired, I just went right upstairs and flopped into bed.
Okay, there you go. Trust right out the window.
In bed since 6 o'clock and you knew nothing about it.
Well, how could I, Archie? I was at the movies with you.
What difference does that make?
Every difference.
It is now.
I think she likes that he might be a little jealous too.
What are you talking about? She was home at 6 o'clock.
Get out of here.
Right.
I wonder why the Sandman is Japanese. He should have been an Arab. They got much more sand.
I don't know that song or that phrase, but I guess it might be true. I'll have to look into that.
Here's the painting.
Oh, they got it back. Okay.
I said we could bring it home for just tonight so you could see it.
Now we know it's an abstract, so...
Thing.
You ready?
Yeah. Ta-da!
Okay. We don't get to see it, but okay.
I knew it. There's one there. See?
Oh, boy. And that is it. Let's talk about it. Alright, guys, that was Season 2, Episode 2 of All in the Family, or as I like to call it, Archie Bunker. This episode was pretty interesting, all in all pretty funny. Archie was being Archie, kind of bigoted, not really racist. Lionel did show up, but his reasoning for having Michael the Meathead go jogging with him was, well, kind of legit, especially back in the early 70s, which I believe this is now in the early 70s, so it makes sense that he would have a white guy running with him in a white neighborhood as a black guy. So, yeah, so that was pretty interesting. The overall story was about Gloria posing for this artist. He is an abstract artist, which is just a little bit different than a different type of artist that would do regular nude versus abstract nude. The idea that there is a contrast between the two of Archie and Meathead and Gloria, and even Edith at some point, is pretty funny. The concept of it is it naughty or is it art? And there is a fine line between the two, but that is up to the person, one, creating the thing, and two, viewing the thing. Everything is basically how you see it, at least when it comes to art. When it comes to movies, the way that you see something, you either like it or you don't. It's either, necessary for the story or it wasn't necessary for the story. Art is kind of the same way, where it's not so much that there's a story, but it's the way that it makes you feel. And that is the point of any given art, whether it be movies, television, of course, paintings, drawings, pictures. It's all about the feeling that you, the viewer of such thing, gets from that content. Art is not supposed to be sexual. It's not supposed to be feeling in that way. It's supposed to make you think about the beauty of life and things like that, not so much the sexuality of life and things in that nature. Because if you're thinking sexually about a picture, that's not art, that's porn. So there's the contrast for you. At least that's how I believe. If you guys believe something differently, let me know in the comments, because it is an interesting topic, and morality pops into play in that, but it's also art. It's been around for a very long time, and the idealisms of both kind of contrast each other, and it's an interesting topic as it is. But when it's art, it's different than if it was just, a sexual thing, which I believe in this context, they weren't doing anything inappropriate. So that's the difference, at least to me, between the contrast of the two ideologies of images. So, and when it comes to music, it could be the same thing even, because music is considered an art form, but there is music that talks about sexual stuff and even has sexual sounds and things in it, and then there's stuff that doesn't, and it's all depending on you and your view on things, and in this case quite literally. I did find it funny that he is an abstract nude artist, which means that he basically Picasso's the paintings that he creates, which means that he puts like the nose down here, and the eyeballs and the face and everything on the body gets moved around quite a bit. Maybe you have feet for hands and hands for feet or something like that, you know what I mean? And it's an interesting subject, because abstract is an interesting subject within itself. My one of my grandmas was an artist, and she did a lot of abstracts and or regular paintings, that there's some abstracts and even some, like, the ones that I always liked was the hidden images. So, I mean, growing up with art, you see things kind of differently, but, I mean, in this context, it's really funny and fun that he was an abstract artist, because that gets into some really weird, but really interesting to look at stuff. So, with that being said, I want to know what you guys think about art. You know, whether it be movies, TV, pictures, paintings, drawings, sketches, whatever it is. Let me know what you guys think. And the line that I believe is very thin that we walk when we do those kind of images or art, if you will. So, with that being said, I hope you guys liked this video. And if you do, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I don't know why you're here still. But go ahead and give it a thumbs down. If you guys want to hit that little subscribe button,
All you gotta do is just tap it in. Just tap it in.
and you'll be notified the next time that I make a video. And if you're not quite ready for that, I will have some videos right down here for you. So with that being said, guys, I want to thank all of my viewers for getting this far in the video. And I want to thank all of my subscribers for hitting that subscribe button. And we will see you next time. Peace.
Thank you.